Hey, what's up, everybody? It's David Duford. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. You're joining me on part 3 of my 9, 10, 11 part Agency Builder Mastery module course. So today starts the fun stuff. Most of you will be most intrigued probably by today's training on how to recruit agents to your newfound agency. So I'm just getting last few things situated here. This is going to be an information-packed training. You're going to learn techniques that I have used. You're going to learn techniques that I've seen successfully used as well by other people. And the goal with this training today is to give you all of the resources that you need in order to build a regionalized, localized type of agency. Although the same practices can be used on a larger national scale, of course. I just think it's easier in the beginning to build an agency in a local sense, since there's a better opportunity to develop relationships with agents as opposed to just recruiting without having an agency. So let's do this. A few last things here before we get started. I think we got everything that we need. So what I'm going to do is lower my camera here and go ahead and start with the presentation. And for you guys that are watching this live, I do invite you to ask any questions in the chat. If there's any concepts or anything that you'd like me to expand on, I'll be happy to provide you more context. I'm a little low energy today. I think I took a huge hit of pollen outside, so my lungs are feeling it. So if I seem down, that's probably why. Other than that, I'm feeling pretty good. So we hearing me good in the live stream? I think so. Somebody say something if you can't hear me well. Otherwise, I'm assuming we're good to go. Okay. So again, we're here at Module 3, which is Agent Recruiting Strategies. This is the actual strategic and tactical steps you're going to take to build your agency. Now, up to this point, we have developed some foundations, at least I hope that you have, before that we get into this, especially if you're actually taking this and implementing it, as you all should be. Before you recruit, you need to have well-defined who you are, what you want your agency to be, and well-define an agent or ideal agent that will work in your organization, be a perfect fit. If you review the last week's training, Module 2, you'll see a lot of information on that to help answer that particular question. So assuming that's the case, let's talk about how to implement a campaign on a continual basis in a couple of different ways in order to drive interest to people or to you to recruit quality agents. So first of all, we're going to talk about the basics of recruiting agents. There's some things kind of hinted here just now that I think are really important before you start this endeavor to make sure that we've covered. And then we're going to talk about two particular styles of recruiting. There is the organic or cost-free recruitment approach, which works very well, and then also a paid way to recruit agents too. So before we get into those, let's talk about some basics, on recruiting agents. So the best way I can describe having recruited agents since 2013, I've recruited probably over 900 agents. I've at least spoken to 1,500 plus since 2013. So I kind of know how the recruitment process works. And what I can tell you is that if you watch my training from a personal production standpoint, or if you know good people in the business that sell insurance or teach agents to sell insurance, you'll hear them always say, insurance is a numbers game. Insurance is a numbers game. You got to do the activity in order to hit your goals. Well, if selling insurance is a numbers game, then recruiting agents to an extent is very similar in the amount of effort and activity it takes to find a good fit. I encourage agents when they get into this business to take a high activity basis to recruiting. You're going to have to recruit a lot of agents, at least this is my opinion. Hopefully I'm wrong and you only have to recruit a handful. But have the standpoint or understanding that you're likely going to have to go through several agents before you find good fits. The question becomes, how many will you have to sift through? A lot of that's going to depend on the style that you're marketing. the resources and programs that you have available to the agent. But it's important to understand that there's really only so much that you can achieve with the people that you talk with as far as on a front-end first-time interview. You can determine if these people match a good fit of what you're looking for. We'll talk about that at a later module. But ultimately, people are hard to read. And as you get started, you'll have a harder time of reading them. And you'll find that many of the people don't really amount to what you hope they would, whether it's personal issues of motivation or getting started. This is something that you'll see in a lot of situations. So it's better to play the number side of this game and not treat everybody like a number. It's not what I'm construing here. What I'm suggesting is just be comfortable talking to and bringing on a lot of people that fit what you need, but understanding that the truth is a lot of them will fail out to no fault of your own in many cases. They're just not right for the insurance business. But don't plug away at one guy that you just found and it happens to be one of your first and you put your whole success based on that one person. I just find that that's unrealistic. And that's the thing. Skill is certainly important, meaning you've got to be good at selling your story, your agency story, the kind of dreams that you can create with agents who partner with you and helping them in their business. But you also have to make sure you're not just talking to one person every other week. You need to talk to multiple people every week, the kind of people that I'll hopefully teach you how to find in this video, and make sure that that volume is safely there to allow you to find the perfect fit that you're hopefully looking for. And again, I teach agent recruiting, agency building as an active agency slash producer. So you don't want to give up personal production totally yet. It's likely that if you were like me, I couldn't. If I had given up personal production, then I would have went to hell in a handbasket financially. And it's likely that you may be in that situation. And even more important, or equally important, your agents need someone to lead from the front. And the way that you do your recruiting, or the way that you do your selling, as far as how you run your sales days, map out your appointments, and how you run your program is very regimented. If you're successful, you're very disciplined. And you've got to have the same attitude towards your schedule and recruiting. You have to treat this not casually, but treat this as a business model, one in which will ultimately pay you, in many cases, way more than personal production ever will, and free you from a lot of the grind that certainly insurance sales makes you go through, especially in the early years of your business. But you want to not treat this haphazardly or casually. You want to treat this like it's serious. This is something that you need to commit to on a regular basis. Etch it into your schedule, utilizing one of the strategies that I teach, and implement and execute on a regular, consistent basis if you want to have a consistent and strong agency model. I would recommend, even though I'm showing you multiple different types of recruitment strategies, to pick the one that's most appealing to you and stick with it. Focus is critical. All successful people will tell you laser-like focus is one of the determining factors to their success. And I think that comes with prospecting. Sure, you can try it out, kind of see which one you think you fit well with. There's no perfect strategy that's going to send you, six-figure agents like clockwork. But you've got to put the effort in order to find those over time. So take a check of all of these, figure out what you think is best for you, and then develop a strategy around executing so that you can get results. Are you an insurance agent who is interested in building your own agency? If that's the case, then beware. There are so many opportunities, quote, opportunities, out there for agents to level up their game and build their agency that put all sorts of contingencies and stopgap measures to prevent you from actually owning your agency and maximizing your commission. I put together a new program for those agents who are interested in creating their own agency. It doesn't matter what product you sell, but to give you the knowledge and the pathway to own the entire process of growing your agency and scaling it, and making sure that no one, not a single company, person, or upline owns you, where you own the thing outright and you build your agency in your vision only. This program is something you can learn more about very easily if you go to daviddufour.com. Click at the top that says Join Dave's Agency. You'll see a part there where it says Agency Builder Program or something like that. Check that out, review it, and then feel free to get back with me if it's something that's interesting to you and useful, especially if you're looking to grow an agency and understand the importance of building an independent way that has no entangling alliances with anyone except the vision that you have. So thanks for watching and hope to hear from you soon. See you. Bye.